mistakes, and we have a lot of good players out here. We'll play better.
What do you feel like the biggest areas of maybe letdown that hurt the execution last Saturday?
It was all around. It was a variety of position groups. My biggest concern going into the game was just we had a lot of new players, and they've done a good job in camp. We have good players. But the first game of executing that stuff together as a unit, it was just a lot of plays where we have one guy kind of going haywire, or another guy reverting back to something maybe he did at his last school or his junior college or whatever, so we're working to tighten things up this week, and I think our execution will improve each week, and I'm very confident still.
How do you think Aiden played, and do you kind of expect him to get more carries this week?
Aiden played, he didn't play badly. We had a lot of drive-killing mistakes where we kept getting in bad down and distance situations, which made it hard to run the ball. We were often in second and long, third and long, which wasn't conducive to keep running the ball. So I'm not down on Aiden at all. I think he'll make a lot of progress.
How deep did you get into your playbook? Would you say, like, if you gave a percentage? I mean, was it just kind of scratching the?
Not very deep at all, but that wasn't the plan though. We weren't holding anything back. We just we struggled to, we were in a lot of third and longs, a lot of second and longs. We didn't play very well on first down, which kept setting us back, and then we had some silly penalties and stuff that really cost us some drives, and so you never really get a chance to get into the fun stuff when you're always in those long yardage situations. Your cool plays don't really work. It's when it's third and 9 all the time. There's less options you have to be deceiving, to the defense, and so we've got to play better on first down and put ourselves in better situations to move the chains.
Was Keaton kind of a victim of circumstance for what you just said, or was he pressing? How would you kind of grade?
Yeah, I mean, I think he can play better too. There's blame to go around, starting with me, but it's hard to play quarterback when you don't have great execution going on around you, and I thought that was the case. And the other night, we just didn't seem to ever have 11 guys all clicking on the same page very often in that game, and but we've been doing it all camp. We've been playing really, really good football all camp against our defense, and we'll put it on the field soon.
Keaton didn't have two of his top pass catchers either. Do you expect maybe any of them back maybe this week?
It's a factor. We're trying to get them back. It's a day-to-day thing. They're not serious. They're not serious season-threatening type injuries. They're just things that I just have to work with whoever's available.
When LJ came in, it felt like you kind of ran the ball a little bit more on first down particularly. Do you think that was just time and score, or do you think that's something that you can maybe translate?
It was a little bit of both. At that stage, their offense was not doing anything at all, and I know that second half wasn't fun, but we, purposely, especially in the fourth quarter, the idea was let's get out of here with a win. This hasn't been a very fun night, but the whole day was just really heavy for our team, especially our offensive players, and we just wanted to get out of there with a win, correct our mistakes, and move on. And LJ gave us a spark for sure, and I was not surprised at all about how he played. I've been saying all along he's one of the best players on this team, and he showed it.
What challenges come with facing an SU defense that kind of knows some of the nuances of
these guys are as good or better than the team we played last week. If you saw the Arizona State game, their defense played very well against ASU. ASU had trouble moving the ball. They had trouble running the ball. They scored. They had a couple of big plays, like just explosive plays where one great player made a great play kind of thing, but sustaining drives and moving the football regularly was difficult, and SUU does a good job of that. And then the other thing is they know our offense inside and out because they run the exact same offense word for word, same everything, same words, same signals, everything, because one of our analysts was the OC the last couple of years down there. So there's some logistical challenges for us this week with how we operate on offense, and which that's a challenge, but it's going to be fun.
Does that kind of catch the guys' attention a little bit more, maybe heighten the urgency some coming off of last week, just based off of what SUU was able to do last week in Phoenix and everything, kind of the scare that they put into ASU? Does that sort of maybe catch your attention a little bit more to fix it?
Maybe, but we don't need that scare. We got humbled ourselves, so that this game will humble you if you're not ready to play, and so you have to respect the game and respect every opponent. And we won the game, and we're happy about that. And we took good care of the ball, and we got touchdowns when we were in the red zone. But we don't want to play like that all year. That's not the style of offense we've been playing the last 3 years. And we're used to scoring a lot of points and getting a lot of first downs and staying on the field. And that was not fun to go 3 and out that often. And so yes, SUU got our attention, but what got our attention even more is just that was not the brand of football that we're used to playing.
Notice Monta Abba's father's funeral is next week.
Yeah.
Will he be available this week? Or
I expect him to be available this week, yes. And but we're leaving him. Everything's his choice, but we do expect to have him.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Aaron.
Just come right up to the mic there. Let him get his thing saved before he jumps back in to ask some questions.
Yo. Good. You?
All right, questions for Whaley?
We're going to just talk to A-Rod a little bit. He kind of mentioned sort of the tenor around the group over in the locker room after the game, over the weekend a little bit with the offense and that kind of thing. Just take us inside that locker room a little bit, because you guys got the win on Saturday, but obviously, I mean, it seems like you weren't very happy over the performance.
Personally, I'm always happy with the dub, and maybe some of the boys didn't feel as good, as maybe they didn't play too good, but I think overall we were happy about the dub. I mean, we just kept it pushing, ready for next week.
Part of that kind of a product of week one, do you think? Like you never want to be like you want to be operating well on week one. But you're probably not going to be your very best either, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, week one, you're definitely going to go through some miscues, maybe some timing issues, and definitely just out there just trying to do your best and just playing with full effort. And sometimes playing with too much effort, you could be out of position in sometimes. But yeah, just week one is definitely has some bumps in the road. But I think we've smoothed it out, and we're going into week two pretty strong.
We saw Connor play a decent amount there at that right guard position, kind of opposite you some.
Yeah.
Which was different for me because I'm used to seeing him at center so much. What does he bring at guard in that interior line spot?
Oh, I mean, he definitely brings a lot of knowledge to the game. Definitely helping out that right side for sure, and helping with the calls. Even I could hear him even though I'm on the left, I could hear him on the right, calling stuff out too. So I think our communication up front is pretty good, and we're gelling very well. And him at center, he definitely plays faster. I mean, him at guard, he definitely plays faster. But yeah, just him and his knowledge, it helps us out up front.
As a guy like you, you've got so many starts under your belt in college football that I almost have to remind myself that you're only a sophomore. This is only your second year. Yeah. Does it help having a guy like Connor and a guy like Paul kind of next to you to sort of settle things down?
Oh yeah. I mean, and then I have Kingsley on the left of me, and they make it pretty easy. My job pretty easy. I know what the call is. I know what to do, and yeah, they make it real easy for me.
What's the number one thing that kind of stands out about the offensive line? Sort of the number one thing that you want to show this from week one to week two?
I just think our physicality and our effort for sure. I think we have some full effort guys and some pretty physical guys up front. So yeah, I would definitely like to showcase that this coming up week.
Your opponent, this week two team, they showed some physicality last week.
Yeah.
On the road in Tempe. Did that stand out to you some?
Yeah, I mean for sure. Arizona being a Power 5 team, they definitely. I heard they had a rain delay or something like that, so something might have played into that. But yeah, something like that. But no, SCU definitely going out, and they played a very well game, and I know Arizona State is a pretty good team. So we're gonna get ready for them. We're not gonna take them lightly. Definitely gonna take them full on. Yes, sir. Thank you.